Hello, it is Thursday, September 4th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Thursday crossword today, so I'm going to be solving what might be a tricky or trickily themed crossword puzzle. Might have an interesting or unusual theme. That's often what happens on Thursday. As has become the case on Thursday, it's also in some ways, my most constrained morning, so hopefully it doesn't take me too long to solve. But in any case, today's thematically interesting edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Charles Labus, Alex, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do, of course, sustain this channel. They keep this series going. Very grateful to them for that. Thanks to those patrons, and thanks to everybody who supports the channel in that way. You can do so yourself by heading over to patreon.com/dailysolve or clicking the description-filled link. You'll find bonus videos like this month's Backer Q&A video and this month's New York Times monthly bonus solve, which I just posted yesterday. So enjoy that highly themed, lightly but widely themed crossword for September. And of course, there's the official mug for benefactors. Thanks to everybody who supports at any level. All right, let's get on to today's crossword by Colin Ernst, who has constructed a handful of puzzles for the New York Times. This is a Thursday crossword, so it should have some kind of interesting or intricate theme, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving. Train unit, a train car, I assume? Let's see if that works. Part of an airplane. Cargo hold, that's not right. Part of an airplane. Cone, doesn't fit. Where Davy Crockett died with I think the Alamo. Is right. Remember it, they say. Tap it. An elm tree? I don't think that's right. Athlete tackling El Capitan, e.g. A rock climber? Yeah, that could be. El Capitan is it's a big rock mountain. Let's see. Investors question for a startup, to which 3, 8, 35, and 49/7 down reply yes. Are you up for it or something like that? I don't know. What a rock climber. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Let's see if we can figure this out with some crosses. Inch toward. You creep toward, or you move toward. Move seems not specific enough. Word with stop or prize. Door stop or door prize, maybe. Slowly diminish, erode. One of the Addams family. Oh, I'm sure I'll recognize it when I see it, but I don't. Gomez? Is that the father? Inch towards, edge towards. Yeah, there we go. That is right. Punk subculture. Emo. It's the official rock subgenre of the New York Times crossword. Emo. There it is. Woke. Arised? I don't think that's right. I was thinking sort of, woke up out of bed. Struggling to decide. You're in a daze. Investor. Okay, so here's the investor's question for a startup. Does I don't know. Maybe this is in a haze. Could be either. Weddings. In good shape. You're fit. Maybe this is. Does it, maybe? So what does this say again? This is the question to which these other people reply yes. Does it scale? Could that be it? Does it scale? Because a rock climber scales, a cliff face. And an investor might ask a startup, does it scale? In other words, does your idea have the potential to grow significantly? So struggling to decide. Don't know. Clown. A goof, maybe? Lose firmness. To sag. Woke is roused. Yes, if you roused someone, you woke them. from bed, for instance. Okay, there we go. So weddings are unions. And then to struggle to decide something would be to, I don't know why I can't see what this is. To agonize over it. That's what it is. To agonize. A bunch of fruit may grow on it. Huh, ending with a G like that. That is odd, isn't it? Come back to that. Fool. An ass could be a fool. Plant watcher for short. Oh, OSHA. This is the occupational safety kind of agency of the U.S. government. So they might watch a plant in the sense of a factory. They might, keep tabs on a manufacturing facility. Subs. So in the sense of submarine sandwiches could be heroes. Another term for that sort of sandwich. Invite from atop of the stairs. Say you could ask someone up. And then a mind meld could be ESP, extrasensory perception, in the sense of, your minds are kind of joining because you're, ostensibly seeing what's in theirs. Reed in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is Lou Reed. There we go. Locale for a couple's cruise would be Noah's Ark, right? Because animals were coupled up on Noah's Ark. Blank in 3. Not sure what that is. Place offering a rise and shine breakfast. It must be IHOP, the International House of Pancakes. And then chops, minces. If you chop meat, you mince it up. Blank in 3. I still don't know what that one is. Start to count. Obsessed with. If you're obsessed with something, you're into it. So, mate in 3, like a checkmate in 3 in chess. If you win the game in 3 moves, I think that must be what that's referring to. To make tears is to weep, to cry. And start to count would be 1, I think, just as in 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Although this doesn't look very good. With 7 down, worker who likely knows the ropes. This looks very bad. NIW, nothing. Huh. Make tears. Maybe it's not weep. Seep? Huh. Could it be make tears? I still don't see what it would actually be. Huh. Okay. Does it scale? And then worker who likely knows the ropes. Is it someone who rigs ships or something? I don't know. What are some other ones here? Who popularized the proverb, with great power comes great responsibility? Spider-Man? Does it scale? I mean, yeah, I guess Spider-Man also scales buildings like a rock climber does. Well, I guess rock climber doesn't scale buildings per se, but I guess that's right. What was this again? A bunch of fruit may grow on it. I'm confused about this one. There's not some weird thing where these are spelled backwards, is there? That would explain why this looked weird. A window cleaner. It goes backwards. They know the ropes. Is that right? No, that's not right. Window washer. I think these go backwards. And it's just a coincidence that rock climber starts and ends with R, so I didn't realize. Okay. Oops. Is that right? ROCKCLIMBER. That's correct. Yep. Okay, I think this works now. So Spider-Man's going to have to be backwards as well. Spiderman. That's right. Okay. I think this is correct. I think this is all going to start making sense now. So does it scale? Rock climber, Spider-Man, window washer, and then what do we think this one is? A bunch of fruit may grow on it. Does it scale? That's one I don't really have a good idea about. Give and take is to swap something. Designation for some audio connectors. I don't know, bass or something? I'm not really sure what we're looking for there. New York Rangers home, I don't know. Blank that loves so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough in proof. Romeo and Juliet. Alas, that love so gentle in his view. Okay, designation for some audio connectors. Yeah, still don't know what's going on there. Goalies, stat. Oh, saves. Yeah, that would be a stat applicable to goalies, you'd think. Oh, the grapevine. Right. Okay. So why does the grapevine scale? What does that mean? Does it scale? Grapevine. Yes. What does that mean? I'm not sure what that one's about. Sorry about that. Let me know in the comments if you get that. I'm sure it makes complete sense, but I don't. I just don't immediately see it. Builds, erects. It's like a building. Fictional land of magic and talking animals, presumably Narnia, I would think. Hurry is to race. If you wipe something out, you erased it. CNN International, presumably, channel seen in hotel rooms worldwide. Deck the halls contraction. Tis the season to be jolly, right? Yeah. Let's see. Tiago, largest of the Cape Verde Islands. Santiago, does that work with this? Yes, playground retort is I can so. There we go. So we've got, yeah, it's Portuguese. Sao rather than San. Okay, so I can so. And then baseball great who said, if I'd just tried for them dinky singles, I could have batted around 600. Babe Ruth, probably. I guess by which he means he was going for home runs. All right, part of an airplane. Oh, the cabin, of course. That's a very important part of an aircraft. Tap it, ale, right. Okay, yeah, so you could have ale on tap in a bar. Untouchable is, can't quite see that. Genre for Sunset Boulevard, that is a classic noir film by the great writer-director Billy Wilder. One of the absolute greatest, possibly my favorite writer-director. Problem Solver's Cry would be Problem Solver's Cry. Why can I not see what this is? It feels like it should be obvious, but I can't see it. Had the reins. If you had the reins, you led a team. Gossip, you could dish, you could gossip. Financial support would be you provide financial backing. So New York Rangers home, oh, Madison Square Garden in New York City, there we go. And then designation for some audio connectors is male, right? Male and female, audio connectors, plugs, there we go. Okay, world capital in central Anatolia. Why can't I see this? Oh, Problem Solver's Cry is Eureka. Dyeing technique is batik. This looks. Oh, Ankara. This is no wonder I couldn't see it. This is wrong. Gossip is dirt. There we go. Yeah, Ankara, of course. That's obviously what that is. And gossip is dirt, and that was making this look wrong. Okay, so does that help with this then? Maybe initials. Oh, I hadn't looked at this yet. Initials for cinephiles. TMC, the movie channel. Right. I used to always get this confused in the crossword with TCM for Turner Classic Movies, but this is the movie channel, which I don't think I'd heard of until I started seeing it in the crossword, to be honest. But there we go. That little thing you do is a tick. Oops, knock on the door. One sec. Okay, sorry, just a knock on the door. I'm back. So yes, a little thing you do is a tick, a little action or something that you maybe subconsciously perform. Blank a roll. I'm on a roll, you might say. Spreadsheet units are rows and columns. Corn syrup brand, I think Caro or something like that. Let's see. Jungian archetype, anima. Yeah, there we go. Psychological concept. And then write as music would be to notate music. Let's actually finish off at the top here because this is bothering me that's still unfilled. Relative of a gull. It's a tern, another seabird. Untouchable is immune. There we go. You could say I'm immune to your efforts. I'm untouchable. Down could be blue. If you're feeling down, you're sad, you're blue. And then one means of going up a hill would be a T-bar, so this would be on a ski slope. Reese Witherspoon's role in Legally Blonde. I think I've seen Legally Blonde, not in a long time, but Ellie, let's see. Or L, is it? I actually can't remember. I think it's L. And then alt country, there we go. So we have a sort of music subgenre. And right, this was one of the backwards ones. Okay, so I think we're all done up there. Traffic director, you could have Cones directing traffic. And a Book of Mormon book, I guess, is Enos. So that must be a book from within the Book of Mormon. Helped temporarily with over, you could have tided someone over with some, maybe a loan or something, or some food. When ties get untied for short. I don't know. So this ties could mean a number of things. It could be a necktie. It could be, I don't know, a ship is untied at a pier. It could be, financial or emotional ties. Who knows? High-end suit or an Armani suit, maybe. Milieu for the Flying Walendas. The big top? Is this a sort of circus thing? Are they trapeze artists or something like that, I bet? Yeah, I bet it's big top for circus. Epitome of simplicity would be, it's easy as ABC. It's that simple. Flying Down to Rio, 1933 film. I've not seen that, but the name at least is familiar. Lion Keeper would be MGM, right? The film studio whose logo is Leo the Lion. And then Celestial Omens to some are comets. Yeah, some see them as omens. And When Ties Get Untied for short. In overtime, right? Wow, okay. I was thinking, is this a sort of misspelling of not? Do I have something wrong? But that's the opposite of getting untied. So it's in overtime in a game. You break a tie and then comets. There we go. Okay, that was a very clever Thursday theme. It was very Thursday appropriate as well. I mean, it was, I guess, lucky, unlucky, I don't know. Was it more lucky or more unlucky that Rock Climber happens to start with an R? I think ultimately that was lucky because it allowed me to understand the does it scale part of the theme, even though it obscured the clue reversal, the answer reversal part of the theme. I think ultimately that helped me because it allowed me to start having ideas about these other answers. And then at that point, it became easier to see the reversal. So I think it was good. I think it was good that Rock Climber started and ended with R. I wonder if that kind of thing was intentional on the part of the constructor or that was completely serendipitous. I have no idea, obviously. But there we go. So yeah, let's check out this theme. Does it scale? Asks the investor to the startup. And then we have these four figures who are themselves scaling upwards. So they're going upwards in the grid rather than reading down as normal. And we have our Rock Climber, Spider-Man, Window Washer, and Grapevine, all of which scale up. Oh, and the Grapevine, of course, scales in the sense that it grows up, on, I guess, the sort of trellises or whatever they have. So there we go. Great. That was, I think, a very clever theme. I enjoyed that. Hopefully you did as well. And that was the Thursday crossword. I'll be back tomorrow for a Friday puzzle. Could be a tricky one, but it will not have, certainly I don't think we'll have any backwards words, unless they're palindromes and they read correctly that way as well. We'll find out tomorrow, shan't we? So join me for that. But until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Thursday. Take care.